Breaking news now. The US and South Korea have warned North Korea against a possible arms deal with Russia. Many experts believe Kim Jong-un will send weapons to Vladimir Putin to restock his depleted arsenal in support of his war efforts in Ukraine. Kim Jong-un, leader of North Korea, recently visited Russia and issued an order for the development of relations with the country, though his rivals abroad have warned that any cooperation on military weapons would be dangerous and have consequences. Some experts believe Kim's six-day trip last week was spent discussing banned arms transfer deals and other forms of cooperation between North Korea and Russia. They claim the two nations are serious about significantly strengthening their ties despite their separate confrontations with the West. The official Korean Central News Agency reported on Friday that Kim had arranged for work to be done on further developing bilateral ties at a new high level at the practical stage, during a meeting with the Politburo on Wednesday to consolidate the success of his trip to Russia. According to KCNA, Kim stressed the importance of increasing bilateral cooperation between the two countries in all spheres in order to better the lives of their citizens. Kim met with Russian President Vladimir Putin and toured several Russian military and technological facilities during his trip to the country's Far East. The United States and South Korea's other allies were concerned by the two countries' vague promises of cooperation on defense issues. Some speculate that in exchange for Kim receiving advanced weaponry and economic aid, Putin could receive ammunition shipments to replenish his depleted armament stocks in support of his war efforts in Ukraine. In violation of UN Security Council resolutions that forbid any weapons trade with North Korea, the United States, South Korea, and their allies have warned Russia and North Korea that they will pay a price if they proceed with such deals. As a permanent member of the UNSC, Russia supported these resolutions at the United Nations. On Wednesday, South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol addressed the United Nations General Assembly and warned that any attempt by a permanent member of the UN Security Council to violate international norms would be dangerous and paradoxical. Yoon stated that the South Korean government and its allies will not sit idly by if a weapons deal between Pyongyang and Moscow threatens not only Ukraine but also South Korea. To complete the development of high-tech weapon systems like spy satellites, nuclear-powered submarines, and powerful long-range missiles, many experts believe North Korea would turn to Russia for assistance. They claim Kim wants to upgrade his arsenal in order to negotiate more favorable terms with the United States and South Korea. Australia will increase its efforts to gain a seat on the UN Security Council, and it will continue to advocate for limiting Russia's veto power at the world body in response to Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. It was expected that Foreign Minister Penny Wong would use her keynote address to the United Nations General Assembly in New York to raise awareness about the existential threat posed by climate change and the need to ensure the world remains nuclear weapon-free. She will say that the most confronting circumstances in decades have arisen because of the tensions in the South China Sea and the military buildup in the Indo-Pacific, and that more cooperation is needed to avoid a catastrophic war.